Assalamualaikum and good day to everybody. I am Dr. Siti Uzaria. Today I will show you, I will share to you how to analyze qualitative data. For this example, in this tutorial, I will show how to analyze interview transcript. Okay, so using Nvivo software called Nvivo. So I will show at the beginning, I will show where you can download the software. Actually, the software need to buy. You should buy the software from QSR International. And if you want to buy, you want to have a trial version, it's also available on the website. The trial version is available for 14 days. So I will share with you where you can find the software at the QSR International website. So this is the software website, QSR International. They have Nvivo software. So we click at the website, and there you can you should agree to whatever term and condition that they put it there. So then you have Nvivo for academician or even students. So for example, so Nvivo for either you want to buy or you want to have the trial version. Okay, this is try. So you need to fill in your information if you want to try like this start trial. So this is where you buy or download the trial version of the Nvivo software. So since I already have the software at my desktop, you can either use desktop or laptop. You need to understand that this software is should be treated as a big project. So as a big project, inside the Nvivo project, you can have so many folders, so many files, so many things inside. So actually, the capacity of the Nvivo software need to have a large memory. You should treat the software as a project that require high processing and big memory. Okay, so that is how you can ensure that your Nvivo runs smoothly when you do you use any tools inside the Nvivo itself. Okay, since I already have the software on my desktop, I will directly show you my screen. I will share my screen to show you the Nvivo workspace. So this is the Nvivo workspace. So this is general workspace before we create a new project. So if you notice, you can see this is a sample project provided by Nvivo that you can learn by looking at this sample project. But for today's tutorial, I will start from zero work, that's mean from blank project. So how we fill in all the information inside, all the data inside, then how analysis can be done from a new project that is totally blank inside there. So it is up to you to put all the information inside, how do you manage your information or your data, and then how you can analyze it. So it will give you a better understanding on how to analyze the transcript or the interview transcript. So this is, you start with go to new project. This is how you open new project. We didn't call it as a file or folder, we call it as project, because inside this project itself, you can have so many folders, like I say, and so many files. There are so many type of files can be inside, like Word, Excel, or survey, or you can import from outside, or video, picture, audio also can be put inside. So for example, I put it as research project. The whole project name as research. You can put description if you want, like to manage all data related to my research. Okay, and then you need to make sure where you want to choose folder that you want to save the project. So for example, I put it on my desktop here. So save. So now we put next, we click next, and this is like reminder saving the project every 15 minutes. So you just put yes, auto save no, or you want to auto save yes, so it's up to you. So just choose create project. So now, because you need to understand, it's like any typical Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel file. Where you save the file is where you delete the file. You cannot go inside the Nvivo workspace to delete the file. Okay, you need to remember where you save the file. Okay, so Nvivo give you when it start up at the beginning, Nvivo will provide you like 2-minute tour on what it has offered through its software. So let's just look. Let me start tour. So this is what it looks like. So you have your data. You can have, you can create, you can type your interview inside, or you can import it from outside. Next, then the things that, the information that you highlighted through your transcript will be highlighted and dragged and to be created as codes in Nvivo. And then if your interview participant, you want to add in their demographic profile like gender, education background, this is called demographic profile. You can do this under cases inside the Nvivo. And this is the things, your inside things that you jot down related to your project or related to the things that you want to do inside Nvivo. And also you can create table out of this tool. Later I will show you. And then Ques is kind of help you. It is a tool inside Nvivo that help you to explore your data in a more systematic ways. Like then it's come out, the presentation of data can be in chart or diagram that has been already inside the Nvivo. This is type of visualization. Okay, so this new version of Nvivo enhance their software with cloud collaboration. Okay, so this is as you can see on the, I don't know, left or right. So this is my right, this is the left on the my screen. This is the tools inside Nvivo, the main tools like data, coding, cases, notes. So sets I will not, so for analysis, interview, I will show data, coding, cases, notes, and also queries and visualization. Visualization is the illustration of the things that have been done inside Nvivo itself. So files, because every time you click this tools on the Nvivo, like this one, when we start, we save files. That means all files, all data files are imported to the project. Okay, so this is actually under data here. So every time I go here, it should, okay. Okay, let me just, files. Okay, so okay, it's not changing anything yet. Okay, okay, now, there, it's changing now. Codes, when you click on the, like this one, codes, they will give you, Nvivo will give you information what is codes, so you can understand by looking at this brief explanation. So now we start with data. Data is file, actually, files. Okay, so up here is the same tool on the left here, like import, create. Import is your import data from outside. Create is codes. It is the same under codes. Explore is queries. Over here is the same tools actually. One is up there. The other way to do it is on the left here. So first we want to put the data inside. That means the interview transcript, we put it inside before we can run the analysis. Okay. As I mentioned from the previous video about manual analysis, you need to understand the manual process, so therefore you can make sense or how these things being used, how the manual technique relate or being benefited from Nvivo software. Okay, so you need to understand the manual process so you can understand how does it relate, how is this software actually help you to do analysis. Okay, so when we do analysis inside the software, we actually do content analysis using either code-based approach or word-based approach. So for example, this one, so files, you can have you can manage your files. Maybe you have so many data that you want to create inside or import from outside, so you can create a few folder under it. So for example, I want to create one folder and the files calls interview transcript, so I just simply click go here, new folder, so I put it interview transcript. Okay, you can put description if you want. Okay, so now you can see that interview transcript. So this one I close. So then I go to interview transcript. Now the title here is changing according to your where you click you decide you want to choose which folder that you want to work with. Okay, so now I go to interview transcript. So I show you two step. I show you two example. One, how you can type your transcript inside, or second, how you can import your transcript that you have already wrote and saved under Microsoft Word, under Word. Okay, so now if I want to type in my transcript, because you need to remember, in order to do the content analysis, it must be in a written document. So the transcript, the face-to-face interaction during the interview need to be fully transcribed, become a transcript, full transcript. So right click inside this area, I call this, if this I can assign, this will be area 1, this will be area 2. So click inside area 2, so we call it import item. So example, I have a few transcript over here. For example, I choose 3 transcript. It is like I say, this is from Microsoft Word, so open. So I will show you later how to create case. Right now, I don't want you to create the case yet because it will be all mixed up under the case folder. I want to manage the folder by having the subfolder, so easy for us to find the things that you want to search for or seek for. So I put it, I click import. So your capacity, how fast or how slow it's run, it will be depending on your processor, computer processor. So all transcript already there. So if I double click, you can see, yeah, this is the things. All the interview transcript, transcript 1, transcript 2, transcript 3 is there. And up here, if you want to change like workspace, okay, this is your workspace. This is called left and right view. If you want to change to bottom and up, it will be like this. So it is under home and on the workspace. So for this tutorial, I will use interchange between left and right and bottom and top. If you want to write down your transcript inside the Nvivo itself, you just go in area 2 over here, right click, and you can have new file, new document, new file, new document. And for example, participants 1, okay. So now you can type in question, what about your view? Sorry, what is your view about COVID-19 movement control order. Example, this is the interview question. So then you put your answer over there, whatever answer you just. Okay, so this is if you write down your interview inside Nvivo. So you just right click and it's called new files. Okay, and then the save button is up here and the undo button is also here. Save. So make sure you save, otherwise every 15 minutes or every 15 minutes Nvivo will by default ask you either you want to save the project or not. So I just save every time I do some changes, some big changes while I do my work. Okay, save. Okay, for example, if I close all the transcript, okay, then for example, I want to edit the transcript. For example, this one, maybe I want to add, continue my work. So you cannot type in. You can hear that I try to punch my keyboard. So don't forget to tick this edit button, then only you can type. Okay. If you untick this one, there is nothing editing process can be done. So you make sure every time you want to edit, you tick this edit button. Okay, so let's just save. Okay, then what we need to do, I want to delete this participant file because it don't have any data. So I just right click. If you want to delete the file, you just go there, you go to that file and you choose delete and the file will be deleted. If you somehow mistakenly, oh my gosh, I don't want, I want it back. So just you go to undo button, undo delete file, so the file will there. But in this case, I actually really want to delete the file, so I just delete the file and I save. Okay, so it is always good as well, because if you have your profiling of your participants, maybe you want to know in terms of their female or male gender or their age group or education background. So you need to assign this data, what we call data, to be as cases. So in order to do that, because earlier I don't want when you import the file, I don't want you to tick create cases right away, because I want to make a subfolder under these cases before I assign. So therefore I can better manage, and it's better for me to find, to easy finding. So new folder. Okay, so case is where you hold those information. So in this one is like unit of analysis, how you can, that's mean the data, when you relate to the demographic profile under this case classification, you need to assign it as cases first, because it is something that hold between the data and also the demographic profile information. So for example, I put here interview participants as my cases under my cases folder. Okay, so I close this one. So inside, under my cases folder, I have interview participants. Then I go to my transcripts again. I highlight all my transcript and I right click and I create as cases, and I choose, I want it to be under interview participant. So you need to choose new classification. That's mean where file name where you want to assign the demographic data. For example, I put it here, interview participants, seems like, or we call it participants. Okay, or you can choose whatever that has been predefined, that prepared by default by the Nvivo. So we choose person, because usually for profiling, either you interview people as individual, or it is related, or you interview or you take an organization as case study. So in normal condition situation, usually we have two predefined classification in the project, one for person, the other one is for organization. But for my interview transcript, I will assign as person. So I put OK. Then I need to choose interview participant again. Then I click OK. So as you can see here now, okay, I have my person over here, then this is the thing that should be inside. Okay, if I double click over here, all transcript has been actually extracted or related with the data. Okay, so if I don't want this attribute, this called attributes, this inside is the value. The value means the value of your attributes. So I don't want to have name. If you don't want to have name, you don't want to have any of this attribute, just go there, right click and delete. So the attribute will be deleted. For example, for transcript 1, sex, okay, if I want to change this sex into gender, just simply go to right click to the sex, open attribute properties, and I can change their gender. Okay, so now it's gender. So I want to assign transcript 1 means participant for transcript 1 is male or female. So this unassigned is and not applicable is by default will be there. So just type in, you go there, you click and you type in female, and you push the enter button. So the female is there. So accordingly, on the second row, the female is there. So you can choose from there, or you want to add up as you want to add more information as male. So you just go there and type male and just push the enter button, and then the male and female is is already on the list. Okay, so maybe this one you want to have age group, so maybe 20 to 30. Okay, the second one is maybe 40 and below. So 40, so over 40, example. So maybe this two type of age group is the one that related in your studies for your data, so you can choose. So this is how you want to analyze if not only the information that you can capture from your data. So maybe if you think the profiling of your participants also have a significant input to your results, so you should also fill in your demographic profiling. Okay, so let me just save this one. Okay. So now we can start to do, this one is for demographic information, we already fill in. So I close this one. So every time you have done your work, please close. So therefore it's better for you to manage your workspace. So we go to interview transcript. So we open on the transcript. If you want to do the coding process, like I say, highlight and drag, highlight and drag, highlight and drag. To do the coding process, just open any data that, any file or data that you want to do your work. Okay, just open all. Then this is the tips or the tricks. Open all the data here. Over here, now you go to coding, so you will easily for you to highlight and drag, highlight and drag. But as I say, it is always good to manage your workspace, your Nvivo workspace, your project. Therefore, let's create subfolder under this code. Okay, so you can, how to create subfolder, you just go to this codes, new folder, that means we will create a subfolder. So we want to have content analysis to identify the pattern towards thematic, towards thematic distinction. Okay, then I put OK. So this is content analysis, your code. So close. You can name it whatever you want, but I just give some examples. Sometimes you can few suggestions. It could be content analysis, it could be thematic, it could be themes, it could be main theme, it could be key category, it could be phase, it could be stages, it could be categories. It's up to you according to your needs. For I just give one example, content analysis. So like I say, for easy work, when you do the coding, let's choose over here, like this is area 2, this is area 1, area 2, area 3. So this inside area 2, we choose our files to do the coding. So the folder is now content analysis. So therefore, for example, this one, well, so I start with transcript 1. So this transcript is actually related to hobby, research about hobby. For example, photography. Photography is an outdoor activity, so I just highlight photography and I drag, I go here and I name it as outdoor activity. Okay, so so it is very easy, just highlight and drag. So food, drink and computing, so maybe this is indoor, so I highlight and I drag over here. If you want it to be to drag this to the same code, you just go over, you go to the code, so it will have those arrow button. If you want it to be totally a new code, so you just drag outside the code that already listed there. So you will have this plus button. That means this is new codes. So for example, this indoor activities. Okay, so I have 2 now. So I keep going. So maybe this is about photography, magazine, general technology. So maybe this person like to have formal reading sources. So I put here, okay, I highlight first, like highlight, not highlight everything, highlight those the statement that provide information. Okay, so that is meant by analyze the content. You identify the statement that provide information that could actually help you to identify the emerging pattern that dominant. It can be accomplished by having all the dominant code or dominant themes. Okay, so for example, this is formal reading. So I just highlight and I drag here as a new code called formal reading. Okay, so this one maybe this person like rock as a music. So I just highlight and put here rock music, and then I think that's all, for example. And then I go to second transcript and go through one by one. Like the only tedious thing is, I would say, it's only this process, like highlight and drag. Other than that, Nvivo will help you to do it automatically. So it is very easy. I was I'm sorry, this is called manual coding, and Nvivo also can actually help you to do auto coding. But to me, it is always good not to rely 100% on auto coding, because the auto coding usually is based on the representing the information based on the English, to me, English language interpretation of seeking the information. It is, you can have auto coding as initial work, but you still need to go through one by one to see whether the auto coding input is something that it is reliable or not. So this is the one that I showed to you just now. Now, the one that I showed to you is manual coding. So for example, this one, okay, here like, so maybe this is indoor activity. So I just, since it is same with already, same with whatever coding that already in the list, so I just add up. So add up just the arrow button. So add up to that. So this one, he or she read online news. So that's mean formal reading. Okay, so maybe this one like dance music, or they call ballads. Okay, so I just highlight. It's not in the list, so I put it there. The genre is ballad music. Okay, then I move to transcript 3. So like watching film, go to the cinema, travel, so maybe this one, it depends, it could be outside or inside, so I would like to have this cinema and travel as outside, so I just highlight and doing as outdoor activities. So this person totally have Malaysia reading sources compared to the two earlier participant or interview who would like to read more on news and technology. So this one we don't have on the list, so just highlight and put it here like leisure reading. Okay, so then we have what kind of music. Okay, just okay, I don't know this person, so maybe I can I just put a yes as ballad. Okay, oh, this is exercise. Okay, don't worry about right or wrong. So I'm just showing you examples. So now I want to save again to make sure all my work already saved. So then if I open all these codes, double click ballad music, this is all the transcript. Now the code is over here. Okay, okay. So the code is over here. I open a few codes to give you some example. Okay, as you can see, this is your transcript earlier that we highlight and drag. This is the code that after we selected our statement or code and we drag into this code, CODE. So this is the things that has been highlighted. The one that we highlighted earlier have been put under the code, the selected code. Okay, the assigned code, like this one. If you somehow think that, oh my gosh, I think I need to uncode this somehow. Here you see, interview transcript 1. So that means 1.58% from the whole transcript, okay, coverage. So it will show you where you actually do your coding. This is from interview transcript folder. It's called transcript 1, interview transcript from transcript 2. So if you somehow mistakenly code wrongly, so you just highlight this. You want to delete this, you need to highlight. That means you want to uncode. So highlight, right click, and here we have uncode from this code, uncode from this code, and then it's no longer there. So here the number is also changing. For example, oh, you say, oh my gosh, I totally doing it by mistake, delete it by mistake. You want to undo, just go over there, up there, undo. Okay, so it's uncode at indoor activities, yes. So now this number is how many, this is the files, the number of files, this is how many times it's being, you have done the coding for this file. This is the file, the related file, this is the number of coding, how many times, the frequency. It looks like the same right now, but later I will show you the difference. Okay, so we close everything. Okay, so so for example, this one I call it content analysis. This is totally like result or finding, but not really refined yet, not final yet. So maybe I would like to have some other folder under codes, the one that already finalized. So I call it new folder. So result or themes, okay. And then I have a new folder over here. So I want to show you how to make parent and child node. That means you have a hierarchy of data when you, hierarchy of information, sorry, information, hierarchy of information. So maybe you want to have this as, you know, for example, under result team, I create a new codes. If you want to create a new, just right click, new codes called hobby, hobby. research on hobby, research on hobby, for example. Okay, don't take this yet. This is like you want to total sum up. So you want to sum up all the codes. Okay, so this is like your main, your first layer, your first hierarchy. It's called. It can be main team. You can have main team, what we call main team and sub team, like parent and child. So under this, maybe like when you look at your content analysis, because you are brainstorming, you want to refine your result. So maybe you have this here, activity, what else? Music. So you want to have under research on hobby, you want to have sub that called music. Okay, and then another one called activity. Okay, so then you go back to your content analysis. The one that I will call this like free coding, free code, that is free flow idea. You're not sure how you can finalize your result. It's not yet finalized because usually we have several stages before we really refine our result. So for example, this one.